For you 201 and W124 owners, this tip may be helpful, particularly if you've never removed a front seat before. It's really not all that difficult if, and I'm going to repeat if, the power seat mechanism works. Because you need to be able to move the seat back and you need to be able to move the seat forward, and on some seats you need to be able to lift the back where it goes into the bottom seat tilt mechanism. Now if you can't do those things, then you have a real challenge on your hand, but in this video I just want to show you the easy way to do it, assuming the switch is working and you can move the seat back and forth. You begin by turning on the key and powering the seat all the way back, and you can see here that exposes those two front bolts, and just get a 10mm socket and wrench and remove those two bolts. Once those are completely out, power the seat all the way forward and tilt it up. Tilt the bottom part of the seat all the way up on the switch, and now you can see you can get to the two back bolts. You go ahead and remove those two back bolts, run them out with your wrench, and then you should be able to tip the seat back and get under the front section underneath. You'll find the wiring, and you'll need to unplug the wiring for the power seat mechanism. At that point, you just kind of lift it right out of the car and you're done. But what happens? What happens if you can't power the seat? I've seen this numerous times, and man, some of them can be a real challenge, particularly on the W201, which doesn't have a large movement in the power seat track assembly. So if it's all the way down in the bottom, tilted back, even if you can power the seat forward, you can't get to those back bolts. You just can't get to them, and there's some real tricks involved there. So I'm going to be pulling these seats out because I need the seat tracks for some power problems in my other W201, and I'm going to be replacing them. I'm going to shoot a lengthy video on how to do this, how to get in there, what type of tricks you use to get the seats back and forth if they won't power up, how to get that back part of the seat raised up to get to those back bolts if that mechanism is not working properly. And that long video will be available as a paid video manual on my website. So if you're having problems, the principles will apply to the W201, the W124, the W126, all those that have the power seats and the switches are controlled here on the door panel. They pretty much are all the same. The seat style is a little different, but the mechanisms and the problems associated with them are all in common one with another. So that video will go into the advanced diagnosis and troubleshooting and repair and show you how to get those problem seats out and get replacement seat tracks back on and get your seats working again. So if you need that information, be sure and check it out. On my website, there'll be a link right below to that video instruction manual in the description below this video.